In this video, I'm going to show you how easily you can track your champions who is left a job and joined a new company or has switched a job. Well, these leads are super high intent, and reaching them out at this time could have a potentially upside towards lead or deals. In case you don't know who is a champion, you're confused. Champion is anyone who is not a decision maker but can heavily influence a decision maker, is responsible for discovery and assessment, and will influence the decision maker. These are called champions. For this workflow, I'm going to use Clay plus HubSpot. The reason why I'm using HubSpot is, first, once you have created a list, you can keep on updating it. No need to maintain or manage an Excel. Second, once you have created this workflow, we have fitted this HubSpot list to Clay. It will keep on tracking for years and you don't have to do anything else. Now, if you don't have a list, just create a spreadsheet, find your old records, find your old Excels, and try to compile a list. That is how we can get started. Now, let me show you how I have created this table. Now, we are going to learn how to create this workflow. Well, there are 4 tables in this workbook: HubSpot, import, enrichment, job change, copy, and update. So, I follow a modular approach where one table job is to do one function only. So the enrichment will do enrichment, only enrichment, job change will track jobs, and copy will have copy updates. This way, you can have a standardized system. A team can use it, and there are low confusion, and data accuracy is not an issue. If you keep on adding everything in one table, then any change would be a nightmare. The data quality would be affected, and people will not able to follow a right process. Let's jump in. The first table over here, HubSpot import, is the data which we get from HubSpot when we connect it. When you click on the email address, you get properties. All the properties are listed over here. Company name and everything is over here. Now I have added some of these columns which are important. You can hide when you import, you get a lot of columns. You can hide rest of them. I just need first name, last name, email, phone number, company, job title, and domain, and LinkedIn URL. That's it. The first table's job is to identify what we need to do in enrichment. If you see, emails are missing over here, phone numbers are missing over here, company is okay, the domains are missing over here, and LinkedIn is missing over here, right? So the first step is to find the missing data. In the enrichment part, we are going to find the missing data. That is the primary thing which we need to do. Also, when using Clay Signal specifically for job change or job switch, it is going to use LinkedIn to track the job change. So, for using this signal, we need to find LinkedIn. Otherwise, it will not work. So now we have identified that we need to find LinkedIn. First, we need to find LinkedIn. Once we get the profile, we need to email them. For that, we need the email. Some of the emails are missing over here. To find the email, we need a domain. The domain is missing, so we need to find a domain. If you're sending couple of pitches to a prospects and they don't reply, I want to call them. So we need the phone number that is missing. So this is how we need few of the data points which are not available over here, and in the enrichment part we are going to enrich it. Let's go to the next table. Here I'm using a enrichment called send triple data. You can just click on tools and type send. It will come, and then you have to map it. Just map the data whichever you want. Here you can map it, and once the mapping is done, you just have to click on send. It will be added to enrichment. Now we are on the second table, that is called enrichment. Here we are going to find the missing data. I have pushed all the data over here which I think is important. Specifically, domain is missing, LinkedIn has some LinkedIn missing, emails are missing, phone numbers are missing, company and job title. So here, that's it. Anything in green is the value which we get from HubSpot. Now we start enriching. The first enrichment I'm using over here is called a function. So if you don't know, a function is basically a template. You create a flow or a workflow and then convert into a function. So you can use multiple times centrally. So create once and use multiple times in multiple tables. So you don't have to create additional columns, logic that way. What I did was, I will show you in the homepage, in the sidebar, there is a option called functions. Here I have created this function, and once I created this Clay table converted into function, I can use it in any table I want. This saves me a lot of time creating every time. Second, it is I just need one column to run this, and I don't need 5 6 columns to run this, and it becomes very easy and neat and clean. I would like to explain a little bit about how I created this workflow for LinkedIn. First, this are the data that is passing, the first name, last name, and the company name. Now I'm instructing Clay find the LinkedIn profile by giving their full name and giving the company, so that it can cross compare. If the names are duplicate or the companies are duplicate, they can compare each other and search for the right LinkedIn profile. That's it. So that way I can directly plug it over here, that function, and I can start getting the results over here. Note, I'm only running functions where the LinkedIn profile is missing, right? So this way, as a GTM engineer, our job is also to save some credits or tokens. So a simple formula I have added over here. This will only run if the LinkedIn profile is empty. It gives me the output. AI finder is the anything labeled AI in the front is the value given by a enrichment. So this is the value which we get. All the green columns are the value which can be used into the next table or any type of enrichment. What we have done is we are going to combine both of them. There should be one column which has centralized data or all the data for a specific column. So all the LinkedIn final links are in this column. I'm using basically a formula where we can join values from the HubSpot and value from the AI that clubs everything together, and we have a single list which can be fed to the next table or any type of enrichment. Similarly, we're going to find a domain name. Once we have the LinkedIn profile, we start finding domain. It will only run when we don't have a domain or we don't have an email address. So this is not working because we already have an email address for these profiles. So that's why it's not running. And it will run only if the emails are missing. So we are trying to save some credits and save some tokens as well. So here we have running success, we get a domain name, and then again I'm joining it with the rest of the domain names which from the HubSpot data. Then we start finding the email addresses. We are using a waterfall method to find the email addresses. The waterfall method is arranged in ascending order, when the cheapest one to the most expensive one. But the ultimate goal is to find more and more data. Then we again collab everything together, HubSpot data and the waterfall data, final email column. So again, anything with the name final is the denoted like the final which can be used into any enrichment table or anything further. Similarly, we run a waterfall method for the phone numbers. Again, the same method ascending from the most cheapest model to the most expensive model. The ultimate goal is to find more and more contact numbers. Combining everything together, we have finished the enrichment. We have found the missing LinkedIn profiles, email address, phone numbers, and even domains. Now we have the opportunity. This is an optional step where you can update data which you have got. We have lead ID. Whenever you import data from HubSpot, you also get the lead ID, which I have passed it over here, and the enrichment table as well. So what we do is we run a lookup, and lookup will have here you will get all the data. There are 400 properties over here. It will use this lead ID to find the contact. And here what I've done is I have added a formula which checks if this record has a phone number, yes or no. If it's a no, it will be updated using a update enrichment. This is a lookup enrichment in HubSpot which will look up the lead. This will check or validate if it's a yes, it will not update. If it's a no, it will start updating. So, and this is an additional step. Now, if you want to update all the columns, you have to create an object enrichment for each of these elements, because there is no option at the moment for conditional update. That's why we have to use this method. Now, once you have done this, you have to be in the enrichment table. Here we will start going to track the job change. Click on the tools. Now click on signals. Now click on job change. Now here we will have to select the final LinkedIn URL, right? Because now we have all the profiles updated. In the future, when you add new contacts into this list, champion list, contact is empty, not having LinkedIn profile. We are going to find a LinkedIn profile. If it doesn't has an email address, you're going to find an email address. You just have to keep up with, just keep feeding the data, and we are going to enrich it. Now this you don't have to touch anytime. It will keep on running by itself, and it will help you out to get quality leads. Just next 3 months is enough. I think it's a perfect way to go for it. The settings is pretty easily monthly, and select next as well again. And this is the final step. I have already created this table, so I'm not going to again create one. In the end, it will look like this. Now, once the table has processed, the job change will look like this. So here, let me show you some of the things which we require over here. A lot of data, we don't need everything. Now the full name, first name created. So we have created this record in enrichment table. So here we get all the records from enrichment which was required. I have added this company. This is a HubSpot company which we had a data in HubSpot. Added this, and I have renamed as old company because it was a HubSpot data. This was the data which we had in a CRM. So HubSpot. Now we email, phone numbers we are carry forward in this table. Now we are normalizing this name so that we can use it into email. Now you can leave everything next and come back to here, new company. I will show you how we got a new company here. But before that, let me show you what we are trying to do. Once you have this job match or a new or when you find people who have changed jobs, you click on this job change. You have an enriched profile over here, right? Now if you go into the experience, this is going to be the experience of your HubSpot, the company name of your HubSpot. This is going to be the name of the company, which is the newer company. So we want to extract this using a formula. So what I have done, if you come over here in the new company names, so it goes in this way, latest to the latest company to the oldest company, this way. And this column works the same way for every entry. So what we have done is I have created a formula. You can just copy this formula which understands the new company name column and extracts the latest company, which is this one, right? Now again we normalize the company, and the final result is over here. Why we are doing this, I will show you in a moment. Now once this is done, the rest you don't have to touch anything. Just let it be the way it is. We have to carry forward all the data because we are going to again send it to the last table. But we need the email, phone number. Old company is important and the new company is important because we are going to use it in the copy. Again, the same enrichment, we are going to send it tables, and we are going to send to the last table over here, that is the copy table. Now we have the full name, first name, now final old company, final new company, LinkedIn profile, email, and phone number. Perfect. Now I'm going to directly send this to a Smartlead campaign. I will show you the Smartlead campaign. And the campaign would be something like this. Hi Peter, congratulations on joining Ray. This is the new company. It brought back memories of working together at the old company. We would love to help to create those results at the new company. Quick chat. This is happening in real time, right? Whenever there is a match, it will directly enrich everything and send it to Smart Leads. Sorry, send it to Smart Leads. So this campaign will be added for Smart Lead. Then you need to already create one campaign, add all the copies, and you can directly pass. You just click over here, add to the leads, map everything over here. If there are custom fields, just map over here like the custom fields, and that's it. That's the only thing you have to do. Let me show you a test entry. How this will work is click on here, edit signal, and I will give a test events. Now it will process everything and send a test entry. It will update it into update over here, and also send. It will come over here right now in some moment, and it will add it to Clay. Sorry, it will add it to Smart Lead. It will add it to Smart Lead. Also send a uh, notification on Slack channel. Change the job. Here we have information. If you are SDR team or sales team, they can contact to them. Yeah, that is how it works. And let me also show you The to show you, fourth lead is Rishi. Yep, this works pretty well. And I also want to have a link preview of the fourth one. Let me do the sequence, uh, preview it. Scarport. This is, let me show you another one. It is coming over here. All the variables are matched, but it's a sample data, that's why. And this is the real entry. Yep, that is the entire workflow. Hope this helps. Uh, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section. If you have doubt, also put in the comment sections. If you need any help automating HubSpot with using Clay and also triggered outreach, I would be happy to help you out. The meeting link is in the description. Feel free to book a call and I will be able to help you out. Cheers.